barely hear me.
Yeah, the music is loud. There's so many people talking. Everyone's super excited. Everyone's super mad that we're in the front row. I'm mad that I'm in the front row.
I see a flashlight.
It shouldn't have been this easy. I've been seeing flashlights like all the time.
It was not easy. We got here at hours before it opened.
We got here hours before it opened. I can swap it back over to the backpack cam. The thing is, it's really dark, so don't worry. It's ready to go, but you know, it's running. It's looking around, but basically we haven't started yet because the main event hasn't started. As soon as like stuff starts, I'm gonna be switching over to the camera so you get a better view, better picture. Of course, it's gonna have like a bit of the UI on it, but you're seeing it live. And man, I'm just so excited to have all you guys join us. You know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird being here, and doing this.
It's a little surreal
right now.
Because we just left cold New England, and now we're in sunny California.
I don't even mean that. I mean, it's just so nice to have so many nice people come up to us. Like, I mean, we're here with like the creme de la creme of the Tesla crowd, and lots of people are coming up to us, talking to us, and it's so nice.
I know, that is really nice.
We got pictures with so many people. I hope that they, well, they're definitely not going to ever watch this live stream because they were here, but I hope that they send us those pictures that they took, because
they might watch it, you know, to relive it.
Right. So, man, I'm so excited.
Quick question, Jesse.
Yeah.
If we can sign up for the Model Y tonight, should we do it? Like if they're taking reservations?
Yes, we should do it. I want to have one before anyone else. And I want to show everyone.
Yeah. What chance do you think we'll get to ride in the Model Y tonight?
There's a lot of people here. An awful lot of people here. I think low.
Really?
I'll be honest.
Like 10%?
We'll do a live stream if we get a ride.
And if they let us do that.
The music stopped. Oh, it's new sound. Okay. I was worried.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah. I definitely want to get a Model Y ride. We'll do our own. We'll do another live stream for that.
Do you think this number has anything to do with it?
I hope so. What did you get? 114. I got 113.
Oh, you're getting before me.
I mean, 100 rides. How many Model Ys do they have back there?
Like 4.
Like 4. That's, I don't know. How long is each ride gonna take? I don't know. Someone do the math. I'm not in a math kind of mood right now. But speaking of math, we have over 10,000 people watching us.
Wow. But our invitation said we would get a ride. Just want to say, point that out.
It did. And it said that also for the
boring event.
For your boring event. So we're not sure. Man, I'm so excited.
Why are they so late?
You know, they gotta get stuff ready.
I know, but they knew they had all day.
I don't know. I had one appetizer. I had a crostini with some fig preserves, and then the lady who was walking around with the hors d'oeuvres was like, "Do you want this little jar of fig preserves?" So we have it.
Wow.
I think we're gonna raffle it off unless I get really hungry on the plane. We'll find out.
It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. So while we're waiting, just everyone give this a like. I think it'll do some kind of magic thing with the live stream and more people will see it.
How many people watched our Roadster live stream?
I don't remember.
It was like 700,000 or something.
Was it?
Yeah, it was so crazy. I don't know, it was something crazy.
We need to, yeah. I mean, they saw it afterwards.
No, right, that's right.
But I mean, this is live viewers. We're up to almost at 13,000. Yeah, hit the like button. I think it'll like excite the YouTube algorithm.
I think you should show the crowd again.
Yeah. I mean, you're in front of all these people.
And what's in front of us?
Let me just turn this camera around.
Some people have just joined and they don't realize what they're waiting for.
We're right here. That's the front.
This is the line.
That's the stage right there. So that's where we are.
Do you think Elon's watching backstage?
I don't know. I hope not. He's got other things to do. I'm gonna flip it back around. Yeah, so I mean, this is so exciting. We're just so happy we can be here to show this with you guys, because, you know, without you we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's such an important thing, and we can't wait
Elon has a teleprompter tonight?
Yes, actually he does. Let me show you the teleprompter. We're all the way up at the front. Actually, this guy just blocked it, but basically you can see the wheel of the teleprompter, like right there. So that's where the teleprompter is.
That's a good sign, folks, that he...
We got here really early, and we were waiting for a really long time, and now there were like 10 people there, and we were like, oh, it's gonna be like a little tiny event. Excited. Streams, you know, if you're watching the Tesla stream, also you know, have our stream open too. We're gonna have a view that no one else has really. I can't wait. You can see all the people behind us. They have to really hold their live streams up. I'm just so excited for the Model Y. It's going to be here.
Is that May Musk? Standing way at the back behind the camera there?
It is. Let me see if I can get. And I almost phased out of existence. So for those of you just joining us, welcome to the Model Y unveiling. It's about to begin. I'm so excited. We had so many people watching. Why don't you all say hi to each other? I don't know. Why not?
Is this like a camp? You know, or just introduce yourself around the campfire?
Yeah, you know, try and break the ice a little bit. Hit the like button. It's fun to watch the number go up. I can't see it, so actually, why don't you guys tell me how many likes there are? I have no idea how many likes there are. I can't wait. Oh, there's this guy over here, he's talking. They're chatting it up. They're talking all about, they're like, Elon is busy. He has to go to the bathroom or something. We'll see. Oh, he's
talking into the microphones there.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yep. Oh, yeah, activity.
So excited. This is so exciting. Man, we're just waiting. We're in front of all these people. I feel so bad being in front. And yeah, I can't wait. We have a camera ready to go. I've got my special camera ready. Camera up and running. So
attention. Something's about to happen, folks.
definitely. This is so exciting. I can't wait. I can definitely see some flashes of light going on backstage, some people running around. I think it's going to start at any minute. So if you're just joining us, I want you, you know, get a drink,
Popcorn.
some popcorn. It might be too late for the popcorn. Maybe put the popcorn in, but you might have to come back later. Definitely get something to drink. I sure wish I had something to drink, but you know, I'm not going to go all the way back there. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. While we wait, hit the like button.
And the subscribe button.
And the subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I mean,
why not?
go check it out.
We got great shows during the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Mondays, Just the Time News. Tuesdays, In Depth. Wednesdays, Model 3 Tip of
How
the week.
late are we?
How late?
What time? Like, what time is it? Well, it started a while ago.
I'll tell you, Jesse. Right now it's 8:18, so they're 18 minutes late.
Okay.
Which I think, if you do the ratio, is about how late Elon is sometimes on many other things. Like, you know what I mean? It's about, you know, 20% late.
Yeah.
So if you compete against, if you can make an electric car that can beat the best of the gasoline cars, that's just it's a very powerful statement to prove that you can go electric. So then, working on from the Model S, which by the way, in terms of where the name comes from, actually I like calling things what they are. So Roadster is called Roadster because it's a roadster. there is no, there is no good word for sedan. So we couldn't call it the sedan. It wouldn't work. Or saloon. There's just like literally no word. So the Model S stands for sedan. And this is how out of touch I was. I actually didn't realize at the time that Model S also means models. and then I had like at one point a license plate that said Model S2 because it was like the second production Model S. And it was like, and as I was walking away from my car, I said, wow, what a jerk. His license plate says Models 2? Yeah, I'm like, okay. Better not have that license plate. So, but then going from the Model S, we said, okay, we want to make the best SUV in the world. We want to do something. We kind of got carried away actually with the Model X. We was like, let's have practically every technology and whiz-bang thing we could possibly think of. The Model X is like, as a car, it's like a Fabergé egg meets a spaceship. It's like, it was insanely difficult. But it is an amazing vehicle. Let's bring it out. Cool. Yeah. You can see a certain position forming, maybe. So the Model X, like I said, it really feels like a Fabergé egg spaceship. It's X for crossover SUV. But then after we had the Model S and Model X, I thought it'd be pretty funny if we had the Model E. But then like Ford threatened to sue us. Ford killed sex. But I said, what if we call it the Model 3? Because that's completely different from me. They said, that's fine. So we have the Model 3. Let's bring out the Model 3. That's right, exactly. Exactly, smart summon with a person. So we made the original Roadster, the Model S, the Model X, the Model 3, and then we also then made the new generation Roadster, which we'll bring in, or maybe it's over there. Oh, it's coming in. New Roadster. Exactly. Maybe it's, oh, it's there. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Hey, sure.
Yeah, my man!
So, yeah, here we have the original Roadster, the new Roadster. Yeah. And then, hey, how's it going? And then the Semi. Actually, the Tesla Semi drove here nonstop all the way from the Bay Area. So that Tesla Semi, a 500-mile range electric Semi. I learned to actually, only after naming the thing, that Semi has two meanings. it's semi-sexy. So, yeah, so we're really excited about bringing those products to market. So that's sort of talking about our products. But then the factories are as much the product, if not more, than the vehicles themselves. In fact, I really think like the difficulty and value of manufacturing is underappreciated. It's insanely difficult. It's like relatively easy to make a prototype and extremely difficult to mass manufacture that prototype or to mass manufacture a vehicle reliably and at scale. I mean, even for rockets, I'd say it's probably a factor of 10 harder to design the manufacturing system for a rocket than to design the rocket. And for cars, I'd say it's maybe 100 times harder to design the manufacturing system than to design the vehicle itself. That's what the free market. I don't mean to have it in black and white. It's like it's not so long ago. They didn't even have color cameras back then. It was 2010. But it was very bleak. It's like essentially when we acquired the Fremont factory, which used to be called NUMMI, people sort of thought, oh, you got a car factory. Now, if you have a car, they sort of think if you have a car factory, you can just make any car. It's like, no, that's like saying you've got a box. And that box can have anything you want in it. No, only if you make the thing in the box. Although we did get we had get a very good deal on the NUMMI factory, Toyota and General Motors actually took all of the good equipment out, and anything that was like so useless it wasn't even worth the scrap was left. So it literally looked like that, but in color. And it took an enormous amount of effort by a very talented team to actually turn essentially what looked like a derelict warehouse into a working car factory. Yeah. So, and in fact, like today, the Fremont factory, which is an enormous building, I think it's like the second or third biggest building in the world by footprint, is so dense, so densely packed with people and robots. Well, this picture has like robots, but there's 20,000 people that work at the Fremont factory across 4 or 5 shifts. So it's really a massive amount of people and robots. So it's like this giant cybernetic collective.
Tengo un problema de velocidad, pero bueno.
So
Espero que no se molesten con
that was way harder than
10
making the
frames
car
per second.
by far. I mean, it's worth noting, like the last time, at least in the U.S., the last time any car company achieved mass manufacturing was about 100 years ago. That is the last time, and then Tesla. It's literally that crazy. So, the issue is definitely not coming up with a car design. It is absolutely all about building the production system. You want to have a good product to build, but that's basically the easy part. Then the factory is the hard part. Then the challenge is like, okay, if we create a car factory, where the heck are the batteries and electric motors and power electronics going to come from? And that's where we need to set, okay, we better build something that's capable of 50 gigawatt hours at least of cell output, which at the time when we proposed the Gigafactory, I believe like total global output of lithium-ion batteries for all purposes, phones, laptops, certainly cars, anything, was about 30 gigawatt hours. So we're like, okay, well, just do the basic math. We need something we need 50 gigawatt hours. So we better have a real big factory, or there's no way. So, we were going to build it in California, but like it would have taken 2 years just to get the permits. So we built the Gigafactory in the amount of time it would have taken to get the permits in California. That's what the Gigafactory looked like in 2010. it was basically rocks and bushes. Okay, and now this is what it looks like now. Yeah. So, and it's only about a third complete. So this when complete, I think it's about 4 or 5 times the size of the Pentagon. So it's kind of difficult to appreciate scale, but although it's really quite tall, it's like 70 feet tall. So the volume of it is just mind-blowing. It takes 2 hours just to walk around it. So, again, it's work of a tremendously talented team working like crazy, like tens of thousands of people to produce this factory. And today it produces more lithium-ion than the rest of the world combined. So. Now we're also building a factory in China, which I'm really excited about. As you can see, it's very impressive. Very impressive. A large puddle. So when I was there in January, that's what it looked like when we did the groundbreaking ceremony, and this is what it looks like now, 3 months later. But this is what it will look like at the end of the year. So things are moving fast, and this will actually be, once it's complete, the equivalent of our Fremont car factory plus our Nevada battery gigafactory combined. Yeah, so it's integrating the two, which kind of makes sense. So we're really excited about this. We're a great team in China, and this is going to be really important for making affordable versions of the Model 3 and Model Y for the greater China market. And then, besides cars, we have some other things. So the solar roof and Powerwall. This is definitely going to be the year of the solar roof and Powerwall. Because of extreme challenges with the Model 3 production, we have to basically allocate all resources to Model 3 production because otherwise we're going to die. And so basically, it was pretty tight, I have to say. That was a hard one. I would say like 2018 is probably felt like aging 5 years in one. Honestly, it was really intense. So, thank you for supporting Tesla through this difficult period. Thank you. Yeah. But now that Model 3 production is going pretty well, we're going to finally allocate engineering attention to the solar roof as well as the solar retrofit. I'm pretty excited about both the solar tile roof and the solar retrofit and Powerwall. Part of the reason we couldn't make Powerwall is we couldn't make enough cells. So we had to either allocate cells to the car or to the Powerwall. And I was like, well, we've got to make the cars. So then Powerwall got cell star, basically. But 2019, so we are now going to ramp it up. And then PowerPack. So PowerPack is kind of like our industrial strength battery storage system. We did the part of the reason we could the biggest battery storage system in the world in Australia. Enough cells. So we had to allocate. Yeah. That was really super cool. And then we're doing one that's roughly a gigawatt hour scale in California. Now going to ramp it up. So just in Southern California, right nearby, we're building a gigawatt hour scale power pack. And so we expect this to ultimately be really critical for transitioning the world to sustainable energy. Obviously, you have to have sustainable energy production and sustainable energy consumption. So the sustainable energy production needs the solar panels plus the battery, because the sun doesn't shine at night, and then those electric cars, electric vehicles in general. Yeah. So But I mean, the really exciting thing is if you have, with solar plus battery plus electric vehicles, we have a fully sustainable future. This is a future you can feel really excited and optimistic about. I think it really matters. Yeah. And then supercharging. So, you know, the first, in 2010, we had 0 superchargers. So there was no, you couldn't really drive long distances with an electric car in 2010. So it was like, okay, we better have some high power chargers, otherwise it's going to be extremely inconvenient to drive long distances. So built into the Model S was a high voltage DC bypass directly to the pack, so you can just sort of mainline power right into the pack. And then then nobody was building high power chargers, so like, okay, we better build these high power chargers because nobody's building them. And so we went from 0 superchargers to building a global network of superchargers. Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty nutty. Each one of those is a supercharging site. So supercharging team Tesla did an incredible job building a global network of superchargers that allow you to travel to a massive section of the world, basically anywhere in North America, almost anywhere in Europe, most places in China, not the Gobi Desert yet, but most places. We'll cover the Gobi Desert. We'll get there. And Saskatchewan, I swear to God, there is. I've specifically asked about the Saskatchewan supercharger, and I'm told it is under construction. So, absolutely, I've asked about it like twice. I'm told it's going to be completed soon, and then you will actually be able to drive across Canada. So yes, Hawaii. Kazakhstan. Actually, we have some great supporters in Kazakhstan. I think we probably we should have. We will build superchargers in Kazakhstan. There you heard it right here. Anyway, we're going to build a lot more superchargers, and we have actually a version 3 of the supercharger that we just unveiled. And in fact, yeah. So the superchargers actually started out only at about 75 kilowatts, and now they're at, with version 3, 250 kilowatts, and we think probably can even go a little higher than that. And so if you've got a long-range Model 3, it's capable of charging at about 1,000 miles an hour or 1,600 kilometers an hour. Yeah. So, and we have one working in the Bay Area, and then the one here at the design studio is also working as of tonight. So, yeah. So we're going to be rolling out the version 3 supercharger throughout the world, just gradually upgrading the existing sites as well as adding new sites. So we did slow down the supercharger rollout a little bit because we wanted them to be version 3 instead of version 2. But now that we have version 3 running, and we're going to spool up production, and so you're going to have like a radical improvement in supercharging worldwide by sometime next year. Yeah. So in terms of where we are today, we got obviously the S3 and the X. We've made, I think, 550,000 vehicles, something like that. 12 months from now, we will have made about 1 million vehicles. So it's pretty wild to think that 11 years ago today, we had made literally 1 car, and a year from now, we will have made 1 million. Yeah. I mean, this is a testament to the incredible talent and effort of the people at Tesla. I'll just say thank you to people at Tesla. You guys are incredible. So, yeah, and 4 million tons of CO2 saved. in fact, with the 4 millionth ton, it just ticked over like an hour ago. So the 4 millionth ton just ticked over tonight. Yeah. So, just talking a bit about what were the thoughts back then? What were some of the comments? Let's see. The internet is forever. This is a mere taste. It was like I said, electric cars were considered extremely impossible and stupid, and in various forms. You're a fraud. Blah. Like, okay, you can drive that fraud. Okay, and then now things have changed. Yeah. The goal of Tesla was literally this: is like, to what degree? In fact, when we created it, we're like, okay, the fundamental historic good of Tesla should be measured by the degree to which we accelerate the advent of sustainable energy and transport. And our goal all along has been to try to get the rest of the car industry to go electric. We did a joint venture thing with Toyota and with Mercedes. We open sourced our patents 3 or 4 years ago, made them freely available. So it's extremely rewarding to see that the rest of the industry is going electric. This is great, great. So, and I was just wondering, like, where will Tesla be in 10 years? You know. Mars. Exactly. We will be driving a Tesla on Mars. I think we could. I think we actually could. Okay, Tesla will be on Mars in 10 years. I think it will. I think it will. So after that extended history lesson, what about the actual reason you came? Okay. There's a missing car. It starts with a Y, ends with a Y, and that's Y in the middle. They bring out the Model Y. Oh wait, yeah. Extended history lesson.
Oh my gosh. ¿Qué es esa? Bueno, no sé. I was expecting more.
All right.
Estoy esperando, no sé, un carro volador.
The Model Y. Yeah. So, like the 3, it will be extremely safe. So that you may know the Model 3 has the lowest probability of injury of any car ever tested by the U.S. government. The Model Y, we expect, will have a similar result. 5 stars in every category. With the battery pack low in the floor, it's going to have a very low center of gravity. So this will, it has the functionality of an SUV, but it will ride like a sports car. So this thing will be really tight in corners. And we expect it will be the safest mid-sized SUV in the world by far. And at Tesla, we actually always design with safety as the #1 goal. It's like people think, okay, performance, sure, but safety first. This is actually by far the most important thing. but it's also going to have incredible performance. So we expect to have a 3.5 seconds 0 to 60. Yeah, it's good. And very low center of gravity, so great handling. It's testing out at a 0.23 drag coefficient, which is extremely good for an SUV.
Qué carro más feo.
And in terms of range, 300 miles. Yeah.
Me va a mandar un besito.
So we expect to have an EPA range of, an actual true usable range of 300 miles. So, yeah. Yeah. From an interior standpoint, it has a panoramic glass roof. And by the way, after I'm done here, you guys will be able to come up and like check out the car. So it's like, so it's going to have a panoramic glass roof. It like really feels like, just like the Model 3, if you're in the car, it just feels like you can see the sky. Seat 7, 66 cubic feet. Obviously autopilot and all that. As I've said publicly, we expect to be feature complete with self-driving sometime later this year. And then as we prove out the safety with billions of miles and kilometers, we will, from our standpoint, feel it's like safe enough to not pay attention and then get the regulatory approval sometime thereafter. But the cool thing is feature complete. Like it'll be able to do basically anything by the end of this year. Just with software upgrades, which is pretty cool. So, let's see, Model Y lineup. Okay, there you go. So, yeah. The basically long range one we expect to be about $47,000, and then sometime in 2021 we'll have the sort of standard version, which will have a $39,000 price point.
Yo creo que sí
So,
trabaja
yeah.
mucho, lleva mucho tiempo comprarme uno. 4 años.
No, the 7 seats are optional. Yeah. You mean the liftgate? Yes. Okay.
¿Qué le dices, Pussy Rich?
I mean, you never know. We might do better than this, but so it should be at least as good. So, so I think it's going to be very, like, really compelling. I'm confident that it'll be of any mid-size SUV, it'll be the one you want. Yeah, I think it'll probably sell. I think we'll probably do more Model Ys than the X and 3 combined, most likely. Yeah. So, so there you have the sexy presentation. So, all right. Thank you all for coming. Those of you who are here and those of you who are watching, thank you very much for your support over the years. It's been, a hell of a ride. And I love you too. I love you too. We are bringing sexy back quite literally. All right, thank you.
Oh my gosh. Perdí como una hora de sueño por ese carro. Order now. Oh, sí. Vamos a gastar. Oh my gosh. Eso no va a funcionar. Traté de ordenar uno, pero no se puede. Con mucho gusto, Richie. Esto me siento ultrajado. No sé, está esperando como el traje de Iron Man o algo así. Good night. Hasta luego, chicos. Nos vemos.